Hi, this is Isabella and welcome to the Miss Success. Today we're going to talk about what poor people buy that rich don't. What's the difference between rich and poor and why rich are rich? Stay with me. If you didn't subscribe to my channel, you know what to do. Click the subscribe button, click the notification button, and leave the comment down below to let me know what else it is you want to see. Did you know that 1% of the richest people in the world own 48% of the world wealth? That's incredible, right? So what makes rich people rich? What's the difference? Do they have some supernatural powers? Do they do something differently than us? What is it that makes them different? What is it that makes them rich? What is it that makes them free? Because ultimately, money is not the goal. The goal is to be free. To be free from 9-to-5 job, to be free from responsibility of paying bills when you have not enough money left. Being rich means freedom. Freedom to do whatever it is you want with your time. So what makes rich people rich? That's what we're gonna talk about in today's video. The number one biggest difference between rich people and poor people is rich people buy assets where poor people buy liabilities. What are assets? What are liabilities? Just to make it very easy to understand, assets make you more money, where when you sleep, where liabilities cost you more when you sleep. So, example, when you buy an expensive car that you cannot afford, that car is going to cost you a lot of your money, so from your paycheck. And even when you sleep, that car costs you money. On the other hand, when you buy a property that you rent and you're collecting rent every single month and you make profit out of it, that's called an asset. So that property is an asset for you. Another example, if you buy an expensive house that you can't afford and you live in, it's your liability, believe it or not, it's your liability. Where if you buy rental property, right, again, or when you buy stocks, they make you money. Everything is associated with risk, but that ultimately makes you money. And the purpose of it is to make money. See, the biggest difference between the rich and poor is rich people first want to own an asset that's making money for them and then spend that money generated by that asset they bought on the ultimate luxury, whatever it is they want, whether it's a brand new car or a beautiful house. So they first focus on how can I make money to be able to afford that item. Where poor people think, okay, I want that item, so let me take a loan and get that item. Second thing that differentiates rich and poor is rich people buy long-term investments, where poor people do something that's called day trading. So what's the difference? What's day trading and what are the long-term investments? For example, let's take a stock market as an example. So poor people, what they do is they buy a stock, they wait first, they watch it for a month or two, they buy a couple stocks, and and they observe and watch every single day what's happening with the stock, and they act emotionally. So whenever it goes down, they start selling it. They start panicking. As a result, they don't really make that much money. They can make some money, but it's never a lot of money. They lose money because they act emotionally and they do not understand the market. The way the market works is over the time, the market always makes profit. But what is the best tool for long-term investment? That tool is index funds. So index funds, for example, Vanguard 500 is a total of 500 biggest businesses in America. And when you invest in Vanguard 500, for example, you invest in those 500 biggest businesses all together, not any specific business. Number one, lower risk, because there is a chance that that business you invest in will go bankrupt, but there is there is no chance that 500 biggest businesses will go bankrupt all at once. Then the second thing is, even though, let's say, you invest and you have a market crashing, still the purpose on investing in index funds, it's something that's called compound interest. So it's a long-term investment, right? So by the time, so let's say the market crashes, after the crash ends, you end up making money. Even though you invested in the time when the market was doing great, then it crashed, then it went up. It's gonna go up. It's gonna go, 1 year can be on minus, and then next year you see +7, +8% interest. The next thing is, and like I mentioned also, compound interest. What's compound interest? Over time, you make money on interest. So the first year you make, let's say, 7% on whatever investment you have. Next year, it's another 7% on that initial investment plus 7%. So on top of that, you have another 7%. And that's how it starts rolling, and that's what's called compound interest. The third thing that makes rich people rich and poor people poor is that poor people buy subscriptions like Netflix or Hulu or HBO, and that's how they spend their time. Where rich people buy books and they read a lot. That's how they spend their time. Let me just explain you something, because there is this huge misconception of, I'm reading sci-fi books and why I'm not rich, right? No, these rich people read books that teach them something. They read books to learn new skills. That's what they love doing. That's what they are addicted to. Where poor people, whenever they come back from home, what they do is they watch Netflix. That's the thing that they desire to do when they are home. That's what they associate with the complete relaxation. And that's what they want to do. So they end up being zombies at work, coming back home, and being zombies at home. Rich people are conscious at work, even though they work much more than poor people. And then they are conscious in their spare time because they still learn some new skills. That's what drives them. That's what they love doing. That's what they enjoy. The last and fourth thing that rich people buy that poor don't, and what poor people buy that rich don't, is rich people buy middle class cars, where poor people buy expensive cars. Rich people buy regular simple clothes and simple brands, where poor people buy expensive brands like Gucci, Louis Vuitton, whatever, Chanel. And again, don't get me wrong, there is nothing wrong with buying expensive clothes. There is nothing wrong buying expensive cars, but there is a big but, if you can afford it. So what rich people do is, before they buy a luxury, they want to generate, like I said in the beginning, they want to generate that asset that will pay for it. So they will not go and buy Cadillac Escalade until they have an asset that's making money for them and can pay for this, expensive car. Poor people get a loan, use their credit card, and literally they start paying it off and take another one. And then they end up not having money for any investments. So they end up just getting stuck in this whole debt mindset. They end up always being poor and in debt. And I would like to send you to my latest video, how to get out of debt fast, which will explain you how to do it in a very efficient and fast way. And if you just follow these steps, I can assure you you'll be able to save some money and stop paying for unnecessary interest. Okay guys, I hope you liked the video. Please subscribe to my channel, hit the notification button, hit the like button, comment down below if there is anything else you would like to hear from me. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day. Bye.